Hi everyone. Today we are going to give ourselves a set of gel nails, and we're going to start that in just a moment. Hi there. So today we're going to give ourselves a set of gel nails. So we're going to start by prepping our nails. You are going to need some non-linty wipes. You're going to need a buffer. You're going to need a nail file. You're going to need a brush. You're going to need a cuticle snipper. And you're going to need the pusher. Okay? So we're going to start by prepping our nails. So I'm going to start by pushing those cuticles back. And you want to do this really well. It's an important part of the nail prep. You should always prep your nails, whether you're putting nail polish on or if you are doing gel nails or acrylic nails. You always need to prep your nails. It's a very important step. And before you start this, you want to make sure you've given your hands a nice wash so that they're nice and clean for this. See, now I don't know if you can see very well, but I'm getting a lot of dead skin off of these nails. And when your nails grow up, sometimes the skin gets attached to them. Okay, and now we're going to clean that off. We want to make sure that's really nice. See, and this prepping your nails will help prevent your nails from lifting. So you want to get all that off and nicely cleaned up. Okay. Nicely cleaned up. And of course I'm doing these to my own nails, so I'm going to have a bad hand as well as a good hand. So of course I'm doing my good hand first, and then I'll do my offhand. Okay, so push those back as best as you can. And since I'm doing these to my own nails, you can tell if you're being too rough or not. Sometimes when you go to nail salons, they are distracted with talking with their colleagues or whatever, and they don't know that they've just really pinched you or jabbed you quite hard. Okay, now if you have anything, you just trim it away. Okay, you want to make sure there's nothing there. You want to get all that off. Okay, both sides. Okay, now we're done with pushing back. Now we're just going to take our buffer and we want to go all around those edges. Very important to get all around, so any skin that we missed, we can get right off of there, okay? Get that right off. And once you've done this to your nails, you want to try and not touch them with your skin or anything, because your skin will have oils on them which will make it so that you could have lifting. It's all about lifting. We want to try not to have lifting. Okay, so right in there, right to those very edges. Now, I did take a nail course online, but I never completed it because I couldn't get my questions answered. And they kind of just sold you the kit and then they left you high and dry. So, unfortunately, I never finished the course. So, I am not a professional. This is just to show you what I do at home. Okay, so I've given them all a nice buff all around the edges. Okay, so we can put our buffer aside. Now we take our file and we want to give them a nice... Now what we're doing is we're shaping our nails so that when we put our nail tip on, it'll fit nicely. Okay, again, try not to touch the nail with any part of your skin because we just don't want those oils on this nail that we have prepped. There we go. So we're gonna do this. And you know, if you've followed my journey with my nails, I have been trying to grow my nails out for quite a while. And today I was just like, enough is enough. I'd like to have some half decent nails for once and not just 3 long ones and all the rest are short. Although I did get a new product I'll try when these nails come off. But I just don't have luck with keeping my nails, my natural nails, long. So if anyone's got any secret ways to keep your natural nails long, and keep in mind, I have a brutal job. I'm a cashier. My hands are always in and out of the till. I'm stocking shelves. It's hard on your nails. Opening up boxes, all that kind of stuff. And you see with my wrong hand, I kind of position the file where I want it, and I move the hand back and forth because the hand has the control. Okay, so there we go. We're good for doing our nail tips. Now what we're going to do is I'm just using some Sally Hansen Salon Gel Polish Acetone Remover. So we're just going to clean up these nails and dry them out a bit. The less oils and such that's on your nails, the better the adherence of the gel, of the glue, of the tips. So we just want to go over these and suck out any oils and stuff, okay? So there we go. I'm going to put that aside because my table is just little. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Now, we've done our nail prep. So now, we are going to take our tips. Now, this is just something I got at Shepherd's Drug Mart. It's tips and glue. And I like the case that it comes in. So, we're going to open this up. Now, we want that glue. Glue is very important. I find that I'm always replacing my glue. So, now what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to match the tips to the nail. Now, I have teeny tiny fingers. but you want it so that there's none of your natural nail bed showing. It's better to have it just a smidge too big than too small. Okay, so that's going to be my pinky. Go here for my ring. Now if you see there's a well in there, see the little well that right there? So that you want to put to your nail and then push down. Make sure it's the right size. Okay, and then let's try this for my middle. Ooh, that's big. Let's try this one. Ooh, perfect. Okay, and then we'll try maybe this one. That's good, 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 good. And then thumbnail. That's a good thumbnail. Okay, so that's for this hand. And then we want to do the other hand. So I'll do this hand, which is my good hand, and then I'll do the other hand off camera. Okay, so we're going to open our glue. Now notice I have a piece of paper towel down. That's just so if I have any oopsies. Okay, so you always start at your pinky. So I'm going to put some glue in there. I'm going to dab off any extra glue. Then I'm going to take this, I'm going to slip it to the end. And then I'm applying the nail. So I slipped it to the end until I kind of felt that pop. That told me that I was at the very beginning of the well, and then I attached. Okay, so again, see the well? Okay, so you want to glide that along until you feel the well. Okay, so I'm going to put my glue in. Okay, make sure it goes all the way around. I'm going to dab off any excess. And then same thing, I'm going to go till I feel the dip. And then I'm going to apply the nail. And you want to hold it there a few minutes. You kind of want to apply pressure on the top so there's no bubbles, but some pressure on the sides too. Okay, until it's attached. There we go. Okay. Same thing on the other one. Make sure the glue goes all over. Dab it. Slide, slide, slide. Dip. And apply the nail. There we go. So you can push on those sides too. You want it, you don't want any air bubbles. Okay? So we're into the well, put the glue. Make sure it goes all over the well. Dip off any extra. Go to the nail. Slide, pop. And then make sure you're pushing out any air bubbles. You don't want gaps. Okay, and it just takes practice. I've been doing my own nails on and off for like 20 years, which kind of tells you how old I am, but we don't need to discuss age. Okay, glue in the well. Make sure it gets to the very, very tippity tips. Okay, dab off any extra on your paper towel, not the good towel. Pop. And just make sure you squeeze out those air bubbles. And push in the sides. Okay, and count to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And there we go. Tips are attached. I'm going to stop here, put on my other hand, and then I'll come back and we'll snip and shape and that kind of thing. Be right back. Okay, hi, I'm back. Okay, I've got these long claws on now. So now we are going to, sorry, I want to show you this. To close your glue bottle so that it lasts longer, before you close it, give it a couple of squeeze, and that'll just make the glue go out of the stem and back into the bottle. Then you put your lid on, and your glue is good to go for next time. Okay, so now we gotta cut these babies because this is hazardous. At least if you're me. Always start with the one. Now, these have a safety. So you would go in here, take it to about where you want. And then cut. Take it to where you want. And cut. Take it to about where you want. And cut. About where you want. So see? And then cut. Take it to where you want. And cut. So then I've got much more manageable nails now, right? And then what you do to one, you do the other. Cut. 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 Okay, now we're gonna check them to each other. Okay, so this one's a bit long. So I'm just gonna take a bit more off until they're about the same length. These ones, ooh, pretty good. This one's just a bit longer. A little crooked too. Okay, this one, good. Good. This one's a bit longer. Okay, so now I have in the past tried to be frugal and keep these tips and use them again. It doesn't work. You need that well. If you don't have that well, the glue doesn't sit right, the nails don't sit right. I don't find it works, so those just go straight into the garbage. Okay, so we're done with our cutters. I'm gonna put them out of the way. Now we're done with our cuticle things. I'm gonna get them out of the way. So now what we're gonna do is we wanna work on the side walls on each side, and we're gonna try and make our nail flush. So you pull your skin away, and we're just gonna bring that nice. And we want to do it kind of on an angle, but you gotta be careful you don't cut yourself too. Again, since you're doing your own nails, you'll know right away when you've got a sore spot. And you wanna shape them the way you wanna shape them too, okay? So you want to shape those sidewalls, and you want to make them flush with your natural nail without damaging your natural nail, right? Because if you make your natural nail too thin, that's no good. So, and then we're just going to give the tip a buff. Well, not a buff, it's a, and we want this, we are doing our work on the tip. We're hitting that natural nail as little as possible, okay? Oh, and like I said, you shouldn't use your skin. You should use a brush. And always brush away from the tip. So here we go. And this is another reason why I use a color when I do my nails, is because if I do have a bit of a ridge or a bump or maybe a teeny tiny bit of lifting, then you can't see it when you have a color. You can see a ridge, but we're going to make sure that we don't have ridges. And you know what? Just work it as long as you need to work it. I know, I did exactly what I said not to do, but I'm trying to see if there's a ridge. I hate having ridges in my nails. And you want to buff up the whole nail, okay? Because the shiny parts will not take the gel. You want everything roughed up. And if you keep your file straight, you will only be working the nail tip part because it'll go right past your nail. So see, if you go like this, you can tell if there's a ridge. So I need to work here a little more. Okay. And I'm going one direction. This is what I was taught in my course. You don't want to go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, even though a lot of people do that. It's to do with getting particles underneath the tip and therefore possibly having lifting. And when you first start out with nails, at least with my course that they were saying, sometimes it takes you quite a bit of time. Okay, so that's got a bit of a ridge. Still working it. I don't like any ridges in my nails. I want it to just look au natural. And then I like a scroval kind of look. So there we go. So you do it until you are happy with your product. Now, there's no bump. Oh, there's a teeny bit of one here. Sweep it away. There we go. So that's one nail prepped. Now you're going to do that to all of them. And I'm not going to sit here and make you watch me do all the nails. So you come back when you've done all your nails, and I'll come back when I've done all my nails, and then we'll go to the next step, okay? Okay. Okay, so we're back. And I have blended them about as best as I can do. So now we're just going to take our buff, give them a good buff, all the nails. And your nails should be fairly strong already, so, you know, if you're giving them a buff and they don't feel solid, that tip is probably not on there right. You want to get right into the natural nail here, give it a nice buff up. You can over buff your natural nail, you don't want to do that. So here we go. Get the whole nail. All around. You want to get those side walls, and you want to get right down to that cuticle bed. Okay. Okay, so we've been nice and buffed. We're going to use our brush, sweep off excess. Okay, so we're going to put those aside for right now. I also kind of shaped my nails to squibbles. Okay, so now we are going to bring up our goodies. Okay. So, we have some more of those lint-free. Now this is called nail prep. So we're going to use that. We are going to use, okay, so that's top. Okay, what is this? Okay. So, nail prep agent B. Then we are going to use bonding gel, builder, and top coat. Okay. So first, I have a brush that I only use for gel nails, okay? So I am going to take some of my Sally Hansen acetone and I put it in here, and I'm just going to make sure my brush is nice and clean, okay? I don't want particles or anything. Ooh, my hands are really dry, and that doesn't feel good on my skin cracks. Huh. So there we go. Give that a nice clean. Now, on our nails, we are going to use this nail prep. Now this I got with my kit from my course, but you can also use like just regular nail polish remover. Main thing is getting out any oils that you may have accidentally put on your nails by touching them with your fingers. Okay. Woo! That's another reason why we have a towel down. Okay, so there we go. That was the nail prep. Now this is Agent B. this stuff is just stuff you put around the edges to dry them out extra good. This stuff is great, but if you don't have it, don't worry about it. It's just to help adhere to those sides that tend to not want to. That's where the lifting happens, and this is just an extra stuff. Now this product I'm using is called Spa One, and it says it's available at Victoria, BC. Canada, of course. Okay, so now I am using bonding gel. Now, the thing with the gel is you do not want to touch the back or the side walls, okay? You're just going close to the edge. You are not touching the edges. Okay, so take your time and do this nice and slow. So I start in the middle and I pull it out from there. Okay, so I start and I pull it out from there. I do not want to touch those side walls. I do not want to touch the back. Okay. Go slow and careful. And the first few times you do this, you may not get it perfect. As they say, practice makes perfect. Okay. Again, this is why I have a paper towel. Put your lid on your product and put your nail under the light for 1 cycle. Mine's got a timer. And you want your brush out of the light as well. Okay. We're just gonna wait while this goes. Now normally if someone else was doing your nails, they'd be doing the other hand. But since it's just us, it's just gonna be the two of us doing this, so it's gonna take longer. And this is just the base coat. We're gonna do building after this. But they said with my course that you want to go, it's better to do many layers than thick layers. So we're gonna just do thin layers with this. So that's what we're gonna do. I am gonna put a link in my video in the descriptions for some of my other nail tutorials. They won't be gel nail tutorials, but they'll be different designs and things we do. And I have a neat design plan for these nails. Hopefully they'll turn out okay. I haven't done gel nails for probably a year. So, yeah. We'll see how it works out. Okay, so I'm going to sit in my light here and then I'm going to do the other hand, and this was the base. So I'll come back when we're done that and then we'll do the next part. Okay, I'm back. So that was the base coat. So we're just going to put that away. Okay, now this is the builder coat. Okay. So, just like the other one, we're gonna take some, not much, and we are going to just like when you do your nails. Just painting our nails as if it was nail polish. We don't want to touch the side walls or the back. Start in the middle and pull it from there. Okay. And remember, it's better to do multiple coats than to do thick coats. Okay. And we're putting that in there. Thin coats, don't touch the back, don't touch the side wall, okay? And multiple coats are better than really thick coats. I'm gonna do the other hand and we'll come back. Okay, I'm back. So we're gonna do the exact same thing one more time. But remember, we're not going thick. Okay. We're going nice and thin rows. Ooh. Got too much on there. There we go. Okay, and we're just gonna do this again. Thin rows. Make sure you get all the way to the tip. There we go. Don't touch those side walls. But get all the way up to the tip. Okay. I think I'm going to do these 2 layers. Some people go 3. You have to decide what works best for you. Do not touch those side walls. Now some people hold their hand upside down like this. They say that gravity pulls so that the gel does not go to those side walls. Whatever works, right? Put on your light. So this is the third time we've had our hand under the light. So anything that wasn't cured before is going to get totally cured now. As long as we don't have a color, because it's all done by the light going through the layers. So we're going to do the next hand after this, and then we'll do our top coat, and then we'll do color. Okay, so I'll be back in just a minute. Okay, I'm back. So we're going to clean off our brush on our paper towel. We're going to put the builder gel away. And now this one is the top gloss. Okay, we're going to do this on top, and this will be our final coat. So just like the other ones, we go very thin, 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 and we finish these nails up. Oh. Now this is a lot more flowy than the builder gel, so you really want to be careful of those side walls. I think I just touched one. So I would definitely go to the middle and then go out. Okay. Now with my thumbs, with this final stage, after I'm done curing them under the light, I'm going to do another session just with my thumbs because they're kind of curved under. So you want to make sure that they're nice and cured. So I'm going to put my hand in, do this full curing with my thumb in, and then at the end I'll just put my thumbs like this, just the thumb. Okay, and then we'll get to decorate them and they'll be done. So I'll meet you back after I do my other hand, which, I mean, it doesn't look so bad. It's my wrong hand. It's always a challenge to do the wrong hand. So, and I do it just the same. Okay. Where's my... Okay, so I'll be back in just a minute. Now here's what I was talking about. Just putting my two thumbs in. Just to give them that extra cure. And if you want to, you can put your hands in for an extra cure as well. I might do that. I don't know. I do find that by the time I'm done the gel nails, I'm quite ready to be done because it just takes so long. So like I said, I'm going to put some links in my description for some of my other nail designs. Remember, I am not a professional. This is just something I do as a hobby. I like to have pretty nails, but I can't with my work schedule. I just cannot go in and get manicures all the time. There's just not enough hours in a day. So yeah, so I just give my thumbs an extra little bit. I'm going to put this on here. Give this an extra bit. Clean off my brush. We're technically done the nail aspect. We just have to do our cleanup. I'll give an extra little bit for this hand too. So I mean, they are very nice. Even just like this. We're going to clean them up because I don't know if I mentioned this, but gel, it's sticky until you do a cleanup. So I don't know where my gel cleaning is, so we're going to use the acetone remover, but just a very little amount because we don't want to remove the nails. There is a gel remover, I just don't know where it is. So we're not using tons, we're using a little bit on the cloth, and we're just going to take that gel stuff off. There we go. It's just that sticky coating. That's all we're getting off. Okay, and then we're going to clean our brush. Don't want to put that away dirty. There we go, and we hide it so that it doesn't get any sunlight. Now, they should feel nice and smooth. If you have any flaws, I have a flaw here. I have a little, you just give it a buff. And if you're going to polish them, which I am, you can just give them all a buff. You just don't want to give them a buff with that sticky stuff on, right? So we're just giving them a little buff. Just for any flaws we might have created. Which one? This one had a sharp, I must have got a little bubble or something. So I'm just going to take that right off. There we go. Okay, now I got a pretty red polish for Christmas, and yikes, it's like I got hair on this one. A pretty red polish for Christmas, and that's what I'm putting on these nails. Okay, so I'm just going to clean this up, and then I'll be back and we'll do our nails. Okay, I'm back. So I took off my paper towel. Now we're just on our towel, and I got a pretty new nail polish for Christmas. It's a really nice deep red. It is called Forever Yummy by Essie. And then I've got some really cute sparkles, which of course because I love sparkles. And it's Jordana glitters. And then I've got a Profix Professional Salon Long Wearing Top Coat. And it's a UV top coat. You cure it under your light. Long wearing UV top coat. So super glossy, chip resistant, and non-yellowing. So we are going to, now since we have fake nails on, we don't have to do a base coat, at least I never do. So we're simply going to do a coat on our pretty new long nails. Okay. This looks like it's a one coat kind of deal here. Wow, that's kind of deep, deep red, isn't it? It's pretty, I like it. Isn't that pretty? With some red, red, red nails. There we go. Look at that. It's quite the red, isn't it? Okay. And then do your wrong hand as best as you can. Okay. Now I suppose you could use a gel nail, like the new gel that you can get that you do with the light. But I wanted to try out my new nail polish, so that's why I'm going with this. Holy cow, that's very red, isn't it? And I do find that when you do your own nails at home, sometimes you have lifting, and so if you put a color on, you won't see that lifting, and neither will anyone else. And as I said, I am not a professional. I did take a course, but I never completed it because they just wouldn't get back to me. Okay. Wow, that's a one coat. And isn't that, wow, that pops. So, I'm going to give this a few minutes to dry. And then we'll come back and we'll do our glitter on top. Okay. So, if you like my tutorials, my nail tutorials, please leave a comment Tell me what you like about them, what you'd like to see. Like I said, I'm not a professional, so I just do the best I can. But, wow, those are some wicked nails. I'm not sure about this color. I usually go blues and greens. So, but I wanted a red. I never have red if I want to do a accent nail or something. So, anyway, in the comments there, just write what you want. Any comments on how I could do things better. Any comments of what you'd like to see next. I would love any input at all. I'm going to pause and let this dry for a few minutes and I'll come back to do the sparkles. Okay, I'm back. Now we are going to do our top coat. So this is gel based, so you don't want to touch your side walls. Okay, and there we go. We put that under the light and we wait. And then when that's done, we do the other hand and then we'll come and have our final speech. I do appreciate you joining me for this journey of doing my nails today. It would have been a lonely thing to do if I didn't have someone here to talk and share my experience with. So, as always, thanks for watching. I will come back and do a short little blip on how they turned out. Back in a second. So here is the final results. So thanks for watching. Hit that smash that like button to subscribe. And if you want notifications of when I do new videos, you hit that little bell. And thanks for watching. Have a great day.